What's going on, my beautiful people? It's your brother teacher Ajamu Minka Kafele. Hey, this whole mask thing, we need to really speak on it and understand something that is going on, right? You know, we're promoting mask and with the idea that, man, if you just wear a mask, you're going to be protected from the coronavirus. You're going to do such a tremendous help to prevent the coronavirus. And yes, it's preventive in the sense that it can block your spit, okay? But we are really denying the reality of the aerosol or the airborne existence of this coronavirus. And so we're making mockery of people who said I wouldn't wear a mask and then they got sick, or they may have fortunately died. The reality is that all of us who are wearing masks and we're being mandated to wear masks, it that doesn't stop you from potentially getting sick. It doesn't stop you from even getting sick and dying. Okay, so we need to stop that and cease this idea that, oh, if you'd have just wore a mask, none of this would have happened, because that's just a lie. We don't. I mean, Farrakhan said it best in that there were 14 therapies, and he's obviously not referring to any type of pharmaceutical drug, as he was talking about not taking the vaccines. The herbal treatment, we're really ignorant. We're really just ignorant, buying into whatever the government comes up with that is the best idea to protect ourselves. Listen, black people, listen, white people, listen, brown people, red people, yellow people, anyone who wants to be of the righteous. You must engage in the supplemental herbs, the 14 therapies. He did not name them. I have posted several of them that I know of. All praises due to Allah. But he did not name them, but there are 14 therapies. There are 14 natural remedies to be able to help you truly effectively fight this coronavirus. So if you're silly enough to keep promoting the idea of wearing a mask, and you won't get the intelligence and add to it that people need to be supplementing their immune system, then you're not engaging in the type of intellect that needs to be spread to truly help our people. You're only just repeating and implementing whatever the goddamn government says. And we should know, black people, that the government does not have our best interests. Farrakhan made it plain that they aren't going to get a hold of this. Look, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. 1 minute it's wash, make sure you wash your hands. The next minute it's, you need to be wearing gloves. The next thing, well, everybody needs to be 6 feet apart. The death distance, okay, because it's 6 feet when you bury. You need to be 6 feet apart, okay, to stop the spread. Oh, you go into all the stores now. We got to put a plexiglass up. We got to put plastic to block you. Oh, no. All right, everybody needs to wear a mask. Okay, boom. They don't know what to do, so they're getting ready to mask up. And guess what's getting ready to happen? It's going to still be here. It's going to still be roaming. The coronavirus isn't going anywhere. It's a freaking cold virus. When has the cold ever been? When has the cold ever been eliminated? It's never. But if we'd got wise, and learned how to use Allah, God's supplements and herbs to defend ourselves against what is out here, we could not only protect ourselves, we could protect our children in this airborne virus like a lot of viruses, are airborne. So when you in planes, you go to schools and enclosed areas, wearing a mask is certainly extremely important in those areas. But most important, my people, is your herbal supplements, immune modulator herbal supplements. 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C is the easiest one for most people to understand. Algae based beta glucan, BETAGLUCAN. Some of the best stuff you could take to defend your immune system. AHCC, alpha, this doesn't want to stand for, but just to give you the letters, AHCC, which is a rooted mushroom herb. Phenomenal. Liposomal version is a guy has it out there. Is inexpensive to use. Some of you, carbon 60 is a product I've been doing lately that's great. And don't get caught up in taste. Just do these things. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can play around. You can mask up. You can glove up. You can goggle up. You can do whatever all you want to do, whatever the government comes out with. But until you start to apply what God has given for the would-be righteous to defend themselves, you're not going to have the ultimate protection. Some of you are taking multiple vitamins. Some of you are taking some things that maybe you've been taking. Well, I'm here to tell you that most of you aren't taking enough. Most of you aren't taking enough. I mean, I'm taking 4 or 5 different immune products right now. I'm not playing. The stuff is in the air. I can feel it. I can spiritually feel it. Trying to attack me constantly. It's in the air. It's not going anywhere. Our systems have to adapt and adjust to be able to function in this environment. But I really would like to see our people wise up with this notion that, oh, look, you didn't wear a mask, so you caught hell. No, people about to catch hell with mask on. Okay? Not to the same degree, but you're about to catch hell with mask on because it's in the air. You're not going to have your mask on all the time. So how are you going to truly defend your body, truly defend your system, truly defend your children if you're not going to be wearing a mask all the time? If you're in your house and your filter's dirty, but it's still pulling in air from the outside. They was doing the planes that would fly by at night and do I can't think of the lines, but do the stuff in the air. They do stuff at night. It's in the air. Okay. And then our diet, our fast food diet, our high meat diet, is the things that just contribute to us being the greater victim. You don't want to change. So Allah's whooping butt to cause change. You want to just eat whatever you want to eat. Listen, y'all want to eat some meats? Start going to these international grocery stores, getting you some halal meat. If you can't get halal, get kosher. You better start eating the best types of meat, the best types of foods. And you need to adjust your system to 1 meal a day. Intermittent fasting is a close second. Okay. Vegetarian is best, but if you want to go vegan, fine, get you some minerals. But ladies and gentlemen, listen, the mask is not what's saving your life. It's going to be the herbal treatments that you begin to adopt and the better eating and drinking that you begin to adopt that's going to make your life better if you want to survive this thing. I'm telling you all of this because we're getting ready to see a worse effect, as Farrakhan stated. We're seeing Florida become the epic center. Okay, things are happening that they don't know and don't control. And so, yes, there's a pandemic to the real virus, okay, that they're trying to do because they want to kill 2 to 3 billion black people. So we need to understand that while there's a pandemic to the virus and things that are happening is real, but they don't appear to be on the surface because of all the stuff they're doing in the pandemic. Okay? But don't be misleading yourself. Look, you've got to change. You don't want to change. You want it to go back to the old way. Ain't going back to the old way, man. America is going down. Things are changing. And those who don't want to adjust, your life is in the balance. I mean, one of the best stories and parables in the Bible, as I end with this, is that when Moses, using that story, it tells us a lot. That they were led out in the Exodus. They were basically set free. But the older ones, the old mindset, the older ones, they didn't want to change. They didn't want to adjust. They didn't want to put in the work towards freedom. So they wandered into wilderness. Allah the great killer. Allah the greatest killer. Allah the number one killer. Okay, by design, by nature, said they shall die. They shall die because they don't want to change. They don't want to submit to me and my guidance. They don't want to have the patience and the prayer that is needed in order to prosper and end up in a righteous endeavor, in a righteous setting, a righteous environment in the promised land. And so are you going to be of that old mind? Are you going to be of the mind of the wicked government and say, let's just go back to them, even if it wasn't the best? Let's just go back to that. We know that maybe we can change them. Maybe we can protest against them. Maybe we can vote. You know, are you going to be of that old mind? Because if you are, prophecy says you're going to die. And I ain't talking about just you so much the individual. We're talking about that mindset has to die. So if you're putting that mindset in your children, that death sentence by Allah has to also follow them. This is your brother teacher Ajamu Minkakafele saying to you, my people, come on, let's make a change. Let's change our diet. Let's get into supplementing to thrive, as I like to say, supplementing these herbs to thrive. The answer is before us, but will we move on it, or will we continue to just bow and accept and go along with whatever the wicked government says is the best strategy for us to have success? Love you if you're righteous, can't stand you if you ain't. Go forward, be righteous. Rise of the righteous. Peace.